addiction is any behavior or substance where you begin to lose control of your life and you can no longer control the consumption. Okay. Alcohol is real easy. You just get to the point where you can't stop drinking, even though, it's like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to wake up in the morning and feel poison and feel awful, but I just cannot stop. That's the horror of addiction. And so we have to build structures for our young people that, beyond this thing. And yeah, and not everybody is an addict or has the potential to be an addict, like some people do. And it seems to be genetic, it's passed on. But we're dealing with new addictions that we didn't even know about. I mean, when the first smartphone was in 2007, and now we have this incredible tool that we can talk to people all over the world, except for a few countries, exception, North Korea and, maybe something else. People can connect and they can communicate. And when it stops being a tool and becomes a master, and then you have to have a way out. And we've learned so much from working with alcoholism and drugs. And not everybody, it's not 100% cure. It doesn't always work. But if it works 50% of the time, you're still a world-class hero, as millions of lives saved and redeemed. So yeah, anything that becomes compulsive and starts hurting the other quadrants of your life with your obsession and your inability to put this thing down and to have a life otherwise is really dangerous. And we've learned a lot about addiction and how to treat it. And yeah, the 12 steps was the first model, and integral recovery was another model, which was largely based on the idea of integral practice. That you realize that through grit and practice and covering all the essential bases, you can become a better version of yourself, not as an avatar, right, but as a real human being. There's great satisfaction in that, and that building basic essential values of honor, service, courageousness, lovingness, kindness, respect. When you build those in from children from an early age, they can see that this becomes getting lost in this is disrespecting your own potential, and I read someplace that the average poor African-American boy in the United States spends 11 hours a day looking at these things. God. And I don't know. And there's so many ways to make this technology ever more addictive, and does the government need to step in and say, okay, we can't do this anymore? I don't know. It's hard. We outlawed alcohol in the United States. That was a disaster, so yeah, I can imagine what they do if you started taking away different games and different algorithms and the different, people would go nuts. So again, I think the only way out is up. We have to keep evolving.